hope you are all well and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then I'm Mrs. Smith, I'm a Christian, and I walk about talking about all sorts of things from a Christian point of view. If you can hear a dog barking in the background, then it's because there is one and he won't stop. So I apologise for that. I will try and minimise the noise on that later when I'm editing the video. But thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you think you have a subject that you'd like me to talk about, then please let me know in those comments. Or if you have a good idea of a location in Kent that would be good for me to walk around, then please do let me know about that as well. I do walk about in places outside of Kent sometimes, but Kent is where I live, so that's a little bit easier for me. My walk today, as you can see, was along Hythe Seafront in Kent in the UK. Hythe is an old market town on the edge of Romney Marsh, and fun fact, the name Hythe is an old English word which means haven. So if you live in Hythe, you're living in a haven. Now, I titled this video, Can We Really Trust God? Because recently someone said to me that prayers never come true, so you can't really trust God. And I thought about that comment for some time. Usually when I'm thinking about a subject, especially a subject that I want to do a YouTube talk about, my first port of call is the Bible. So I had a look in there to see what it said about us human beings being able to trust God. And one Bible verse came to my mind straight away, actually, and that is in the book of Isaiah in chapter 41. And it's verse 10, and I've got it here, and it says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you." Now this verse to me sounds like it's saying, hey, it's okay. Whatever you have to go through, don't worry. I'm going to go through it all with you, and I'm going to help you every step of the way. Which is great, right? But it doesn't say that God will answer my prayers how I want him to, or that God will make life easier for me. So I kept looking for another verse on trusting God, and I found this one. It's in the book of Proverbs in chapter 3, and it's verses 5 and 6, and I've got it here again, and it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." So in other words, if you keep following God and you keep trusting God, he'll show you what you should be doing or where you should be going in life, and he'll help you to get there. But again, it doesn't say he'll make your life easy or that he'll give you everything you want. So I kept looking for another verse about trusting God, and I found this one. It's in the book of Jeremiah. It's in chapter 17, and it's verses 7 to 8. And that one says, "Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream." Now this verse seems to be saying to me that much like a tree, which when planted next to water flourishes and can bear fruit even in difficult times, those who plant their trust firmly in God have their lives rooted, if you like, in faith and can thrive even in those really difficult situations, like when life turns up the heat. With God's help, we can be resilient. Now, all these Bible verses are great, right? I feel like they're really encouraging. But the Bible seems to be saying in all of them, and in fact, all the way through the Bible, it tells us not to be afraid, but instead to trust in God to help us, whatever we are going through in life. The Bible is telling us not to be scared, but to overcome our fear by relying on the power of God to get us through whatever it is we've got to get through. But none of those verses that I've read out, and I don't believe anywhere in the Bible, it says that God will make life easy for us, or that God will give us everything we want. So I guess it depends on what we're trusting God for. That is key in all of this. If we're trusting God to stop anything bad from happening to us, then really our trust is kind of misplaced, because the Bible and God, God never says he's going to do that. Life is life, right? No matter who we are, we all have a free will to make choices. We all know that there is bad in this world and bad people who unfortunately hurt other people. And God never says that he will cover us all in cotton wool to stop bad and evil things from affecting us. But he does say that he will help us through it all. To be completely honest with you, there have definitely been times in my life where I've struggled through some kind of trauma. But I have literally felt God in it with me, helping me through it, giving me strength to keep going, And there have been times when I honestly don't know how I would have coped without God in my life doing that for me. So, although I don't personally trust in God to stop bad things from happening to me, I do trust in God to help me through them. And so far, I have to say he always has, and I believe he always will. But there is another way in which I trust God as well. I trust him literally with my life, and I just want to explain that to you a little bit. I trust in God for my salvation. Now, if you don't know, the definition of salvation is deliverance from sin and sin's consequences. I believe that when Jesus died on that cross, he took my sin with him. He basically paid the price that I should have paid so that I could have a relationship with God and be forgiven by God. We all can, actually, for all the rubbish things we do and say, and so that when we die, we can be with God in heaven. So I personally trust in God for my salvation, for what happens to me after I die. And salvation isn't something I can earn, right? It's a gift from God. It's offered through the sacrifice that was made by Jesus. For me, the assurance of my salvation, well, it means freedom. It means confidence that because I have God, I have life, and not just temporary life, but eternal life. And the Bible does confirm that in many places, but one that actually comes to my mind right now is in the book of John chapter 5. Can't remember the verse, but it's John chapter 5, which says, "Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever believes in me has eternal life." And I don't want to live my life worrying and wondering each day whether I'm truly saved by God. I trust what the Bible tells me. I trust what God says. And I truly don't have any doubt about the reality of my eternal salvation. I don't have any doubt about what's going to happen to me when I die. And I guess that's my point. As I said before, God doesn't wrap us up in cotton wool. Life happens to all of us. I've certainly been through some stuff. The good and the bad, no matter who we are. But we can trust in God to get us through it all and to take care of us when we're not on this earth anymore. And that, for me personally, is worth its weight in gold. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I really appreciate you taking time out from your day to do that. And if you enjoy my walks and my talks, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. And please subscribe to my channel as well, so you'll know straight away whenever I upload another video. But for now, thanks so much again for watching. You take care now, and God bless. See you next time. Bye.